When you think of Italy, you probably picture pizza, pasta, and ancient ruins. And yes, those are real and delicious. But Italy is much more than just a travel brochure. Today, we're going to explore the real side of Italian life, the parts tourists rarely notice, the everyday wins, the struggles, and the quirky things that make Italy such a fascinating place to live. So let's start with the good stuff. What makes daily life in Italy actually pretty amazing? First, the food. And no, I'm not talking about restaurant meals. I mean the everyday, affordable food. In Italy, you can grab a freshly baked loaf of bread, local cheese, and seasonal vegetables for just a few euros. Need a coffee? Italy's espresso culture is legendary. It's fast, strong, and cheap. You won't see people walking around with giant lattes. Here, coffee is a quick ritual. 2 sips and you're back to life. Public transport in big cities like Milan, Rome, and Bologna is surprisingly efficient. Trains are frequent and clean, and in many neighborhoods, you can live your daily life without owning a car. And then there's the lifestyle. Italians really know how to enjoy the moment. A lunch break means actual rest, not just eating at your desk. Sundays, reserved for family, friends, and absolutely no work. But of course, no country is perfect, and daily life in Italy has its own share of headaches. One of the most famous complaints? Bureaucracy. If you want to register anything, from a business to a rental contract, get ready for endless paperwork, slow offices, and confusing requirements. Some locals joke that you need more documents to get a driver's license than to get married. Then there's youth unemployment. Despite being highly educated, many young Italians struggle to find stable jobs. It's not uncommon for people in their 30s to still live with their parents, not by choice, but because rent is high and salaries are low. Speaking of rent, housing in popular cities can be ridiculously expensive. In places like Rome, Florence, or Milan, a small flat can cost more than what many people earn in a month. And while public transport works well in some cities, smaller towns often suffer from delays, cancellations, or a total lack of connection. If you live in rural areas, a car becomes a necessity. Oh, and customer service. Let's just say it's relaxed. Waiting in line is normal, and urgency is not really part of the culture. If there's one thing Italians do better than almost anyone, it's connecting with people. Family is at the center of life here. Sunday lunches aren't quick meals. They're events. Several courses, homemade wine, long conversations, and a full table of relatives. That's a normal weekend for many Italians. Even if people live far apart, they make time to come together. Grandparents play a big role in raising children, and it's common for 3 generations to live close to each other. But it's not just family. Friendships are deep and long-lasting. If you become part of someone's inner circle, you'll likely be treated like family. Italians also love talking. Whether it's at the cafe, the market, or in the street, conversations are animated, loud, and full of hand gestures. It's not arguing, it's passion. In short, relationships are everything. And in a world that's always rushing, Italy reminds us to slow down and truly connect. So, you think you know Italy? Think again. Behind the pasta and postcards, there are some weird, wild, and wonderful facts you've probably never heard of. Let's uncover 10 things that might just surprise you. 1. Italy has more UNESCO World Heritage Sites than any other country in the world. From ancient ruins to Renaissance cities, it's basically a giant outdoor museum. 2. There's a town called Ortona where you can get free wine from a public fountain. No joke, it's real, it's red, and it flows 24/7. 3. Italy has a small country inside it, the Vatican City, the smallest country in the world with its own currency, radio station, and even ATMs in Latin. 4. Italians rarely drink cappuccino after 11 a.m. Why? Because to them, milk after breakfast is just wrong. 5. In Italy, the police drive Lamborghinis. Yes, high-speed chases, in style. 6. Italy is home to over 1,500 types of pasta, and no, you can't just use any sauce with any pasta. That's a crime. Almost. 7. Italian is a musical language. Literally, terms like allegro, forte, and piano come straight from Italy's classical music roots. 8. Venice has over 400 bridges and 0 cars. If you hate traffic, this is paradise, unless you're late and your boat is stuck. 9. Gelato and ice cream? Not the same thing. Gelato has less air, more flavor, and more attitude. 10. Italians talk a lot, but not just with words. Their hand gestures are so unique that they've been scientifically studied. There's literally a gesture for, what are you even talking about? When it comes to sports, football in Italy is not just a game, it's part of the national identity. Italy has won the FIFA World Cup 4 times, in 1934, 1938, 1982, and 2006. And let's not forget their incredible win at Euro 2020, bringing back the glory with passion and drama. The national team, known as the Azzurri, carries deep pride. Names like Paolo Maldini, Roberto Baggio, Gianluigi Buffon, and more recently Donnarumma and Chiesa, are more than just players. They're cultural heroes. But it's not just the national team. The Serie A, Italy's top league, has become fiercely competitive again in recent years. Inter Milan, AC Milan, and Juventus are constantly battling for dominance. Napoli's thrilling championship win in 2023 broke a decades-long drought and electrified the nation. Young talents and tactical masterminds have brought fresh energy to Italian football. Beyond football, Italy also shines in motorsports, cycling, fencing, and winter sports. But no matter the sport, emotion, drama, and national pride are always part of the game. Now let's talk about the quirks, the little things that make Italy feel totally unique. First up, food rules. Italians take food seriously, and that means very strict traditions. Want a cappuccino after 11 a.m.? Prepare for strange looks. Thinking of putting chicken in your pasta? That's a crime in some regions. Also, never ask for pineapple on pizza. Just don't. Then there's fashion. Even for a quick walk to the store, many Italians dress stylishly. You'll rarely see sweatpants or gym wear in public unless you're jogging. Time is also flexible. An event at 5 p.m., expect people to show up at 5:30 or later. Punctuality isn't a national strength. And hand gestures, oh yes, they're real. Italians use their hands almost as much as their words when speaking. There's even a gesture dictionary, and it's quite accurate. All these quirks may seem strange at first, but over time, they're what make Italy feel so alive and full of character. When people think of Italy, they often imagine Venice, Rome, or Florence. But there's so much more beyond the tourist spots. Towns like Lecce in the south or Trento up north offer stunning architecture, fewer crowds, and a more authentic Italian experience. In Sicily, you'll find coastal villages where life moves slowly, food is rich with Arabic influence, and locals treat you like family. And then there's Bologna, a city full of students, culture, and some of the best food in the country, yet often skipped by tourists. But let's not forget fashion. Italy isn't just a beautiful country, it's also a global style icon. Milan is considered one of the fashion capitals of the world, home to luxury brands like Gucci, Prada, and Armani. Twice a year, Milan Fashion Week brings designers, celebrities, and influencers from all over the world. Fashion is a way of life in Italy, It's not just about looking good. It's about expressing yourself. From bold sunglasses to perfect shoes, Italians turn the street into a runway. Italy is beautiful, chaotic, tasty, and passionate, all at once. Would you live here or just visit for the pizza? Tell us below. Like, subscribe, and join us for more country quests.